Order in this homosexual court. It's the Honorable Judge Jacob Schubach.
And the Honorable Judge Ryan Gabbett. The disputes are real, the decisions are final, and the judges
Yay!
are homosexuals. This is gay court.
Wow.
Wow. Hello, and welcome back to Gay Court, the comedy podcast where we debate all things LGBTQ plus.
Gay rights.
Gay rights!
Gay rights!
This week, the Queer Courtroom has decided to dedicate a whole episode to 2022 and 2023. Today, we will be describing our New Year's resolutions, debating the tops and the bottoms of 2022, and finally, I'll be reporting on the curious case of What Would You Do, hosted by John Quinones. Yes, that's correct. We're deep diving into the famous meme of "You're bi."
You're bi.
It's a good meme.
It is a good meme. My favorite one was when you're Irish and you're telling people that it's like I'm pan.
Yeah, and I'm pan.
I put that in the thing. When you're about to pay for the bill and they say, I'm pan. Oh, it's a really good episode of What Would You Do? And I'm excited to get into that later in the episode.
Get into it.
Get into it.
Yes. But before we jump into it all, we want to invite all y'all to be part of the debate. Since we want you to do your civic duty, booty, do whatever you want to say. Be part of Gay Court. Send us your emails at gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your queer conundrums, embarrassing dating stories, your New Year's resolutions, if you topped or bottomed 2022. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean. Anything you'd like, because material. We need material. Just email us, please.
And if you don't know what to write, be sure to follow us on social at Gay Court Podcast, where we'll be posting prompts, memes, honestly, anything we want. Our socials have been popping off lately. I don't want to hype us, but I do. So you should definitely follow us. Furthermore, we always have a Gaylif, our guest host for the week. And drum roll, please, because we don't have one this week. Because, it's the end of 2022 and we wanted to do just the two of us, to really highlight this moment together.
Also, who the fuck wants to tape at the end of 2022? Everyone's with family.
Yeah. Everyone is out of office.
Everyone is mentally not unstable, mentally there. No, that's not what I mean either. But you know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah. Everyone's checked out in smooth brain mode. They're doing their own thing. Home for the holidays. I didn't make it home for the holidays because Buffalo had the storm of the century. And they were like, we can't fly a plane through this. And I was like, what if you tried?
What if you were like Santa and actually attempted?
No, it's good to not try because that would have been bad. But here we are.
Here we are thus. But since we don't have a guest, let's get right into the faggotry of it all and talk about gay shit.
All right, let's do it. Our first segment is called Gays on the Case.
Boop, boop, ba-dip. Gays on the Case, where we look at something queer and dissect it. This week we're just talking about resolutions, our New Year's resolutions, our 2023 New Year's resolutions.
So the thing that we're looking at that's queer is us, and we're dissecting ourselves.
It's an internalized outlook. That doesn't sound right either. What I'm trying to say, it is, and when you look inside yourself and assess the situation.
We're going to be assessing a lot about ourselves today. Yeah. We're going to peel back the curtain and showcase what's going on inside the judges' minds.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay, so I know that this is about New Year's resolutions for 2023. Mm-hmm. However, did you have any for 2022? And did you? Okay, what did you do?
I wanted to make more gay friends.
Okay.
And I did.
That's a great resolution. Name one.
You're one of them. You.
Slay.
Period.
I resonate with that. I feel like I didn't have very many gay friends at the start of this year either. I feel like I had 2.
Same.
Maybe more that I'm just not counting. We don't know. But I definitely made a lot of gay friends this year, and I'm thrilled by that because being around queer people is just much better. It's more fun.
We went from gay to fag. That Twitter meme.
Hyper speed, just 2022, just really flick the wrist.
We were like, we're not gay. We're fag.
It's like that meme where it's like the different levels of consciousness, and we're at the level of fag, but I'm like, I know we can get higher and higher and just really expand our minds even further. Of course, also we always state it in a reclaiming way.
Yes, in a reclaiming way. Did you have any in 2022?
Yes, my resolution is the same every year, and it's to learn how to do a handstand.
Oh.
Which I did not learn how to do. I was recently also on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw that someone was giving away a gymnastics mat. And so I screenshot it and sent it to my family. And my sister Lizzie was like, have you even learned how to do your handstand yet? I was like, damn, call me out in front of the group chat. Because I haven't learned how to do a handstand, but there's still 4 days left of the year. So it's never too late to learn.
There is a guy who learned in 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just watch his YouTube video, a TikTok. What do I gotta find?
I don't remember what it was. I watched it many, many years ago.
That'd be fine.
He used like an old like mattress or some shit in case
perfect.
to like fall or crap like that. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I also had the resolution of being just more creative in general and pursuing my hobbies. And I started a podcast with my great friend Ryan.
you started two.
We started 2 podcasts.
You started two.
That is true. And you know what? It's brought me a lot of fun opportunities. I went to New York City. I went to Chromatica Ball and met Ryan. I had a great time this year doing creative, fun things. And yeah.
Oh, I had one more New Year's resolution this year that I actually also did.
Okay.
Get an apartment in New York City, which I did.
In New York.
Concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato, potato.
Yeah, potato.
A potato flew around the roof.
I loved that meme. I feel like that was the first meme where I was like, I love the internet more than I can comprehend.
And that's what
fine?
made you join social media.
Mhm. I think that was the defining moment for me.
Side note, my friends who I've seen over the past few weeks, because I am in California visiting them for the holidays, they were like, oh, we enjoy listening to your podcast because it just sounds like we're just talking to you, like you're just talking to us.
It's a much easier way to get the updates from me. It's like you can either hear me tell you the same things that I say in the podcast, or you can just listen to the podcast.
And one of my friends was like, she didn't speak to me for like almost like a month. Because she literally thought I was talking to her every week.
Well, that's good. That's good feedback that we sound like we're friends and it's easy for people to listen.
It's just more like I was like, I physically haven't spoken to you in a month though. Like I'm like, you may think that you spoke to me, but I didn't because I don't feel that.
This is not a two-way street because you don't email the email. You need to email the email and then it'll be a two-way street.
Yeah, Ashley. Ooh, I'm name dropping.
Ooh.
Hi, Ashley. Miss you. I missed you.
Call her out. Can you do that again as Ashley C? We can't give out her last name.
Ash.
I'll bleep it.
Ashley C.
Ashley C. Ashley O.
Ashley O. Get down. That's not the right name of the song, but whatever. All right, let's go back to our resolutions for upcoming 2023. I have 3.
Okay. Ooh, ambitious. Glambitious.
Well, one is furnishing my apartment because Jacob saw my apartment. I have the basics, but I need.
But it still looks nice.
Like I still need a coffee table. I still need a table to eat on. Like we were eating on the floor. We were eating on like the countertop. We were sitting crisscross applesauce on the couch eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair though. Like who has? I mean, I have a dining room table. However, I've lived in this apartment for like 5 years now, so
I don't need a dining room table. I need more like a bar seating, just so I could also use it as like a desk.
Yeah, but furnishing an apartment is like a tough, long process. Like I feel like I definitely still need things for my apartment. I'm like I need more things for the walls, more things to just decorate with, but it takes a long time.
I know. So that's one of my resolutions is just to get it at least more than what I have.
Yeah, that's fair.
By I have a date I want to have it by, which is July 1st, 2023, because that's the day I moved in. So I would like to have it after a year living there. most of my furniture.
All right, we will circle back on that on July 1st. You'll hear it first on Gay Court Podcast.
Okay. What's your first resolution?
We just talked about it. I still haven't learned how to do a handstand, and assuming that I won't accomplish that in the next 4 days, I would like to learn how to do a handstand in 2023, which I think is feasible because one of the things that I did learn in 2022 is how to like weight lift and like, what do you call that? Deadlift and like squat clean and all of that stuff. And so I feel like I have the upper arm muscle that for the first time in my life, I'm actually prepared to try to learn to do a
Yay.
handstand. So I guess I'll also circle the date of July 1st, 2023, so that we have something to both look forward to. It's halfway through the year.
Yes, it is. Actually, it's exactly
It's
halfway through the
exactly
year.
halfway through the year. So like I think that seems reasonable to at least be able to jump my feet against a wall. At least.
What if you're able to like handstand and then do like, those like handstand
Push-ups?
push-ups?
Yeah. I could figure that out. What could possibly go wrong? Me with a broken
Anyway.
wrist.
I was gonna say you with a broken neck.
Ooh.
Oh,
Not slay, not slay.
not slay. Well, my next resolution is actually to start lifting more. Also to
Ooh.
eat better, but lifting more.
Like deadlifting or just like
Like
barbells?
I can do berries like dumbbells and stuff, but I want to get stronger.
Mhm.
So I need to figure that out. But that's also in my resolution. But I want to start that in February. The reason why I say February is because I know there's going to be an influx in January and I don't
Mhm.
want to deal with the crowds.
Right.
So I will just do my little berries for a month and then I'll start doing the lifting in February.
Yeah. I think it's also good to like have like you shouldn't start everything in January. You should like phase approach these resolutions because if you take everything on at once, it's just gonna be too much. So it's
Sounds like an orgy.
It's like start a pod. All right. All right. It's like if okay. It's like if you start a podcast in February, maybe wait until like May to start weightlifting. I don't know.
You can't stop laughing. I am so
It doesn't
funny.
take much.
Just kidding.
It doesn't take much. I'm also heavily caffeinated right now.
Man Hathaway. Jodie Foster.
Okay, back up. Context. We went to a drag show. We didn't go to a drag show. Did we tell this story? Maybe
No, we didn't tell the story yet.
Okay. Man Hathaway is another drag queen name that we've come up with because we went and saw, what was that musical called? Anne Juliet.
And Juliet.
Anne Juliet. And there was a character, Anne Hathaway, after Shakespeare's wife, Anne Hathaway. And I don't know, after the show, I was like, Man Hathaway would be a great drag show name. And I can't stop laughing about it.
Man Hathaway. Jodie Foster.
Who is Jodie Foster?
That is a drag queen name I came up with recently, which I just think it's so funny because Jodie Foster. Jodie and man Jodie.
Ooh.
My man Jodie.
So if you ever see us, if we ever go on tour with this podcast, perhaps Man and Jodie will be making appearances.
Man and Jodie.
Within the whatever.
What is
What were we talking about?
your next resolution?
Oh, my next resolution. I've found that I just love having hobbies. So
you want more hobbies?
I do want more hobbies because I love having a hobby. You know this about me. But this is like the first time that I've ever actually stuck with my hobbies where it's like I still like do my weightlifting, I still do the podcasts, I still do my little creative fun things, whatever. But I think this time I really just want to like lean into them and get better at them. So I want to get better at lifting, like I want to lift more. And I want to get better at podcasting and like invite fun guests onto the show and like all of that good stuff. So I think it's more of just like taking it to the next level with my creative endeavors.
Helen Park,
if you're listening to this, we'd like you to come onto the podcast, but we're too embarrassed to send you a DM.
Literally. I love K-pop the musical. Not me dancing in front row, shaking my little booty.
Truly.
My next and resolution is we should become famous.
Yes, absolutely.
That's our collective resolution is Gay Court will become famous in 2023.
Yes. Beautiful.
That's all. I'm like, that's all.
We love being famous. All right, so in 2023, we'll circle back on our resolutions and we'll find out if we actually accomplished them. So this is a little time capsule for y'all to just keep listening and see what happens to us.
Will we still be friends in 2023?
Or will we walk the red carpet at the Emmys together in 2023?
Maybe.
My mom already said that if I ever get invited to like a red carpet like that she's going to be my +1. So she's got dibs on it. So you're going to have to make it on your own to get onto the red carpet, which I assume since we're a duo, it would be pretty easy.
It's like, wouldn't I already have an invitation as well?
Yeah, I would assume so. All right, so that takes us to our second segment, Investigate.
Slay!
Investigates, where we cross-examine the same theme or topic. Today we'll be debating the tops and the bottoms of 2022. So I think our topics of choice are, we have 4. We have song, TikTok, movie, and TV show. Would you like to start? Because I started earlier.
Absolutely. Let's start with our favorite shows, our TV shows.
Okay.
So for the top, this was the year that I got into RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, well, come on, Teletubby. Teleport us to Mars. What the is this bitch for real?
RuPaul.
And that's because my boyfriend has a friend group who watches RuPaul's Drag Race. And so I would go every Friday, had a great time, fell in love with the show. And if I had to pick a moment, this was what, season 14 was this year?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure I got the right year before I'm like, whatever. I think my top 2 favorite moments from this season of RuPaul's was Georges as Alana Glazer doing and resetting in real life when he stuck out his tongue. I thought that was incredible. I thought that was fantastic and truly one of my favorite Snatch games of all time because it was terrible. The second favorite moment from RuPaul's Drag Race this season was when they had to do the top challenge where they put the balloons on the butts of the like drag race, whatever we call them, the pit crew.
Is also Georges.
It's also Georges trying to pop the balloon as a top, and it was just
that little bitch ain't top nothing in her life.
A wild thing to watch. And I think the banter amongst a group of gays watching that is, you'll never experience anything like that unless you experience it. So those were my top moments of the shows. Bottom moments, I still haven't done it. I've been saying this on the podcast for months that I've been watching Glee. I just can't finish it. I don't think it's for me. I don't think I can watch it ever again. The last 6 episodes I've just had on in the background. I'm like, I can't even look at it. It's just so bad.
Mr. Schuester.
Will Schuester makes my skin crawl. I hate that man. I hate him so much. And I'll
He's
never
your daddy, though.
I'll never forgive him. He's my daddy. I'll never forgive him for the thong song. Never. It's just inappropriate behavior, and I hate that show with a burning passion. So maybe we'll do a Glee episode in 2023.
Let's get Amber Riley as a guest.
Oh yes.
Or Kevin McHale.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say
Jenna
Kevin
Ushkowitz.
McHale. Yeah, I was gonna say those two because they have a podcast about Glee, so it would make sense to have them on the Glee episode.
But Amber Riley's cool.
Yes, we love Amber.
The winner of Masked Singer.
Her on Z-Way was also hilarious. Like
yes.
all of the clips on TikTok, all of the clips across the internet, fantastic.
Yes.
And I am going to give an honorable mention for my 2022 shows of the Sex Lives of College Girls because I haven't watched it yet. And I've heard it's really good this season, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet because it's a busy holiday season. And I was waiting to binge because I don't like...
Did you say a pussy holiday season?
Busy.
Oh.
A busy holiday
It's
season.
given puss.
Yeah, but Mindy Kaling, I love what she does. She's a great writer and fantastic person.
Mindy Kaling, where's my Legally Blonde 3?
Is
Hurry
she
the
writing
fuck
Legally
up.
Blonde 3?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, bitch, where's my... You've been writing it for like 5 years. Give me my Legally Blonde 3.
Mindy. Damn. That's gonna be good though.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. You
The
know
girls
it.
get it.
All right, what are your top and bottom shows of the year?
My tops.
Mhm.
My tops would be White Lotus.
Please, these gays, they're trying to murder me.
That was
Ugh,
a
ugh,
moment in time.
ugh.
I love how like everyone just collectively was just very excited like watching. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like so excited. It's White Lotus Sunday. Ow. But my other honorable mention for top show is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because it's so fucking messy. The whole like Jen Shaw debacle, the fact she didn't come to the reunion, Heather Gay's black eye. Literally it's just so messy. I love it.
I don't watch that show, but I feel like I watch that show because you retweet so many things about Jen Shaw.
The only thing I'm guilty of is being amazing.
But I'm like, I should really look into what's going on with this lady.
Also,
But
Lisa Barlow and her Away in a Manger.
Okay. Away in a manger, no crib for his bed. Yes. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head.
I am
that is.
I am still so bitter because they filmed Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's reunion in New York City, and
The day
legit
you left.
the Friday I left on a Thursday. That Friday they filmed the reunion, and pretty much half the stars went out to frickin' Rise and like partied with the gays. Jake and I went to Rise.
We were
It's the-
there. It's like around the corner.
I'm still bitter about that.
Damn. You know what I'm still bitter about?
Not stealing Porky Pig.
Oh, yes. But Jennifer Coolidge dying on White Lotus. If y'all want to get into it, if it's on the last episode, just oh, I'm so mad.
But my bottom show for 2022, yes, that's right, year 2022, would be Drag Race UK versus the world. Ooh, that shit was messy. It was messy. All the people we're rooting for, they like eliminated each other. It was like cutthroat for no reason. There was no money involved.
Wait, for UK versus the world?
For Drag Race UK, they don't have a monetary prize.
It was just a song with RuPaul.
Yes, because well, and then like in general, like even the normal UK seasons, they don't have money because it's BBC, and they can't like it's like
legally they can't give away.
Legally
money?
they can't give money as a prize because it's like the people are like sponsoring like BBC or something like that, so it'd be the people's money. So they couldn't do that. They can't give monetary prizes on BBC. There's a whole like article about it.
Wow.
So for any UK season, there's no monetary prize. Like basically their prize is like going to LA to like create a Wow Presents plus like a limited like series is their prize, but also their prize is just getting like recognition in like the drag community.
Yeah, but I think technically they would get paid for.
They get paid. I mean, I guess they get paid like whatever sum of money like all the people who enter the competition get paid, but they're competing for no prize.
Interesting.
Money.
The UK babes, what's going on?
Yeah. So UK versus the world was just a whole mess. It was like crazy eliminations, favoritism. It's just a lot of shit going on. And I was like, I am not having it.
That's fair. All right, your turn to pick.
I want to choose song.
Interesting.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Top song, Cuff It.
Mm.
Beyonce.
You always choose Cuff It over Alien Superstar, and I'm like, Alien Superstar though.
She's good too, but Cuff It.
Unique?
She's good, but Cuff It.
Cuff It.
But Cuff It.
Cuff It.
Like, I'm like, cuff me, daddy. But I'm just kidding.
Have you ever heard Cuff It in the club?
Yes. I was with you.
Were we? I don't think I was sober that day.
You were not. You were not.
Slay.
My song for bottoms.
Ooh.
Super Freaky Girl by Nicki Minaj.
I actually did a performance of that at the halftime show of my barbell weightlifting competition.
You did many performances in my apartment in your pajamas.
I'm a performer, and honestly, it's a shame that I'm giving this content away for free. I think I should start a Patreon or something, because sometimes I'll just FaceTime Ryan and be like, get ready for a performance.
That's true.
They
And
are great performances, right?
And I sit there like,
He just silently sits there while I perform something, and then I hang up the FaceTime, and that's it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're lucky to have me.
Super grateful. My bottom song would either be Unholy or Made You Look.
I didn't.
Just because they're like overused TikTok sounds at this point.
Mhm.
It's kind of like. Also, it's funny for Made You Look, when she said Gucci for a good while. I thought she was saying coochie.
Major
I was
look.
like, put your coochie on, okay? That doesn't make any
Messy.
sense. I was like, why are they talking about Louis Vuittons afterwards? And I realized it was Gucci.
Love that. Love that.
And then Unholy is just, I stand how Kim Petras is like a trans woman who got nominated for a Grammy. The
Mhm.
song is just isn't my favorite.
It's not good. It's not good. But I did see that Grinder users voted it the #1 song of 2022, which
Yes,
I was
but
like,
do you
who's
see
listening to this song?
Do you see what Grinder tweeted back?
Yeah.
And they're like, Grinder says this, and like Grinder users.
Yes, it was very
Also,
specific that whoever runs
please-
that account did not like that song.
Please include the clip right here.
What was that?
That was someone like screaming terror death.
Oh my god. Where?
I mean,
At the VMAs?
I don't know where they're performing, but I just sent it to you on TikTok, and just please put the clip in.
Perfect. Love it. In terms of top songs, my top song from Spotify was Beg For You by Charlie XCX featuring Rina Sawayama, which of course is a very slay song. Can't wait to see Rina in John Wick 4. Didn't see the first 3 John Wicks, but I will see it for her. So whoever put that decision into the works, you're capturing a new demographic into these movies. But personally, I feel like my top song should have been Yuck by Charlie XCX, because I just love that song, and I feel like it's an underrated banger.
Yak. Yak.
Yeah, and then the bottom song, the song that I just didn't really like was ABCDEFU.
A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your mom, and your sister, and your
dog?
cum? Oh.
I feel like a better version could have been LGBTQ plus.
LGBTQ. You're a queer, and you're gay, and you're here.
See, it just writes itself. So, Gail, if you're listening,
Okay. Our top movies. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
duh.
Michelle Yeoh, icon legend.
The entire cast.
She's gonna be on the pod.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We don't know when, but she will be. So stay
She'll be on
tuned.
the pod.
I actually just watched it again over the weekend or 2 weekends ago with my boyfriend because he hadn't seen it. It gets me every time. I'm like crying through half the whole movie.
I thought he watched the movie with you the first time.
No, it was just a fantastic movie, and I absolutely loved it.
Our other top is Fire Island. The icon, the movie, the legend,
The Hulu original film,
the Academy Award winning, the Oscar nominated,
the episode of Gay Court that was retweeted by Las Culturistas, the Fire Island episode.
We peaked.
Yes. I think in 2023 we should go to Fire Island and film an episode there.
That's the
And we
point.
should start planning that now so that we can get Bowen Yang as the guest.
And Matt Rogers.
Matt
Get Las Culturistas. Las Culturistas.
We'll just show up and go for it.
Yes. What was our bottom movie?
Our bottom movie. I hated this movie. Maybe I'm a hater. Maybe I'm a hater. I didn't like Don't Worry, Darling. I'm sorry to Olivia Wilde. I'm sorry to Harry Styles. Miss Flo, loved your performance. You're fantastic. However, I did fall asleep for the majority of the movie while I was in the theater.
Fair. I'm not going to apologize. I didn't like it.
It just didn't make sense to me.
There was just so many questions left unanswered. I'm like, why were there planes? Why did the bus go that far in the first place?
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Hate to see it. So yeah, we won't be seeing that movie again. Sorry to that movie.
No, we will.
Will we?
Maybe.
Probably not.
We'll watch it when you come back to New York, and then we want to cause chaos.
Perfect. All right. So that takes us to the final section, which is our top and bottom TikToks of the year.
Ah.
All right. So for my top, I had two because why wouldn't I have two? The first is the four types of gaga. We'll interstitch it here.
This is Gaga, this is Gaga, and this one is Gaga. There are four distinct types of Gaga, and you will never see them in the same room at the same time. This one is classified as Gaga. The sound goes up. Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. Original Gaga. This one is classified as Gaga. The sound goes down. Gaga, Gaga. Not Gaga, not Gaga, but Gaga. Absolute Gaga. This one is Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. The sound is flat. Gaga, not Gaga, not Gaga, but Gaga. Expensive Gaga. Occasionally you will see Gaga, Gaga. You are surprised. Flabbergasted. Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. These are the supreme forms of the primordial Gaga, and they all deserve to be worshipped. Gaga.
Gaga. Gaga.
Gaga.
Gaga. Gaga. Gaga.
I love that we'll also have a thing for our thing of gaga.
Gaga.
Gaga. This, I do believe, deserves an Oscar, a Streamy, a Golden Globe, whatever we can give this thing, we need to give this thing because it is just the best thing I've ever witnessed and seen in my life. And I love to see it. Probably one of the only TikToks that I actually have bookmarked. So there's that. My second TikTok is the iconic, I don't even know, it's like the voice modulators that they have that make you sound like Siri. Some guy who made a Lexus event.
Oh, got your clit. Want it back? Come pop your pussy at your local Lexus dealership for the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Plus, you can shake your ass to SoulCycle Radio and a new RX 350 with a free 2-year trial of Sirius XM Radio when you finance or lease any new Lexus vehicle.
Oop, got your clit. Do you want it back?
The first time I saw this, I thought I was going to die from laughter. It was so good. Like, even to this day, it's just so good. The writing, the performance, the way that he holds his thumb in his finger. Art. We need to get him on the podcast because...
I remember I said it to you, and then I was on FaceTime with you, and literally you were like peeing your pants. Like you could not stop laughing. It was, oh my God, it was so funny.
I just be giggling.
Because that's in my top too.
Yeah. It's just a very well done TikTok.
Yeah.
And I think it also inspired a lot of other people doing, similar formats where they're like, oop, got your butthole.
Oop, shake that ass for some Coles cash.
Some Coles cash.
Oh my, there was one I saw yesterday. It was just a joke. We were like, oh, they were doing something for Planned Parenthood, and then he like stopped midway. He was like, whoever gave me fucking chlamydia, I don't want it anymore.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair thing to not want anymore.
It was like, he said something about the clap and like made it like a clap reference. It was kind of, I chuckled.
And my bottom is period which I love the TikTok. However, I can't stop saying period at like the dumbest moments at work. Whenever somebody's like, this is approved, I go period
period
and it just doesn't make sense to my coworkers or anyone else involved, and you know what, that's fair. But that TikTok haunts me to this day because I can't stop saying it.
Okay, that's fire. It's fire. That's fire.
What's your TikToks?
One is oop, got you clit. My other is the other one. You good, girl? You good?
Come on down to the Lexus December to Remember
sales event. Oop, got your clit. Want it back? It's one where this guy was like, how I think I look at a bar. And why is no one talking to me? And then the next thing is like what he actually looks like. He just has a really bad RBF. Because literally I'm like, that's me. Yeah. That's me. I have the worst RBF. Jacob can agree to that.
Attest to it.
Yeah. Honorable mention. Girl, you did that, but don't do it again.
Bestie, you did that, but don't do it again because you did it way too good and I'm scared.
Which is obviously a reference to, but a girl doing makeup as Gollum. And it's just terrifying.
Some girl stitched in was like, girl, you did that, but don't do it again because I'm scared.
It looked good. It looked accurate to Gollum. However, it was scary. So don't do it again.
My bottom is Chris Olsen.
How come?
Sometimes I'm just like, I don't really want to see you dancing with Meghan Trainor right now.
He does dance a lot with Meghan Trainor.
I will say I still have my ongoing internalized feud with Emily Mariko because I just can't stand her. Sorry. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I can't stand that woman, but whatever. I don't fucking care what you eat, okay? Like
It sounds like you hate to see someone else's success.
It's just more like I'm like looking at her making the food. I'm like, I really don't care. I really don't care.
Keep scrolling.
I have blocked her.
Really?
But yet I still see her videos.
I don't like that.
And I'm like, I don't want to see your videos, girl.
There's a couple of people that I definitely like followed in the early days of TikTok because they were making like really weird content. But like over the years, they've just kind of like petered off and just like haven't been as good. And I'm like, why don't I still follow this person?
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I really cannot deal with her salmon. Sorry, that's it.
She's never come up on my For You page, so
she still pops up on mine sometimes. I'm like, I blocked you like 3 years ago.
I do actually love blocking people across all social medias. Where I'm just like, if I see like a random in the comments with something that I just like, I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever read. I'll block them.
Okay.
I like to keep my chances of seeing stupid shit minimal.
I have another honorary mention. I have two honorary mentions. One, our viral reel.
Okay, this is editing, Jacob. This is where the Instagram reel starts. There is nothing gayer than the fairy godmother from Shrek 2 performing I Need a Hero.
She did one thing gayer, I would say.
What did she do?
Remember when she was in like the car with the king? She's like, you caused this. I'll have 2 double cheeseburgers.
And that's where the Instagram reel ended.
It's not TikTok, but it's a reel on Instagram that got us viral. We're like the clap. We're like the clap.
Viral.
The honorable mention is when you drooled.
When did I drool?
That one TikTok.
I'll stitch that TikTok in here. Editing, Jacob. Again, what's going on? This is where the TikTok starts. We didn't explain this, but it's essentially us just saying the word slay in different voices that are directed to us by TikTok.
Stop. Slay! Slay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. It's your turn. Oh, I just drew. Slay. Slay. Isn't that true? That's what it said to do.
And that's where the TikTok ends. So, ooh, I do a lot of things on the internet. Yeah. Lit.
That's an honorable mention.
And those have been the tops and bottoms of 2022.
From your favorite top and bottom.
Ooh, who's who? We'll never know.
I think we already said it in a different episode.
Well, keep listening. Maybe you'll find out. All right, that takes us to our third and final segment. Let the record show.
Yeah, and I'm paying.
I'm paying.
I'm paying. All right, so this week we are dedicating the Let the Record Show to the episode of What Would You Do, hosted by John Quinones, where our friend Ashley says, "You're bi," created an iconic meme. So each week for Let the Record Show, we recap, discover more about a historic moment in LGBTQ plus pop culture history. And as I said, this week is dedicated to What Would You Do? The iconic ABC program that answers the question posed in its namesake. Quite frankly, if you haven't seen this show, basically what they do is they set up a variety of circumstances in which bystanders can choose to intervene, not intervene, experience the world around them as something crazy happens next to them. And they're always like the most unhinged of situations where it's like, you see someone stealing from a restaurant. What do you do? Or in this case, you see someone come out as bi and their friends don't accept them. What do you do? Do you intervene? What do you go? What's going on? Quite frankly, this was one of my favorite reality TV shows growing up. Ryan, what do you think about this show?
You're bi.
Did you ever watch it?
No.
You never watched What Would You Do?
I've probably seen like an episode or two.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I think I would watch this show like weekly when I was growing up because I just lived for the drama of it all.
I probably just didn't really care that much to watch it, let's be honest.
I watched it so much that I like recognized the actors because they would reuse the actors in multiple scenes and multiple situations that if I ever encountered them, I would be like, I'm on What Would You Do? That's the level of dedication that I had to this show. Sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes it feels really, really staged where it's like, they kind of feels like they scripted this, but you know.
Someone is John Quinones's big fan.
Listen, if that man popped out of a cardboard box with a camera in my face, I'd be like, we're on What Would You Do? I'd be excited. All right. So going into the situation that spawned the "You Are Bi" meme, as well as the "I'm Pan" meme. So the segment was titled "Friends Reject Young Man for Coming Out as Bisexual." And it opens with a scene which I will do a dramatic reenactment of here. So it happens at the interior of the Sear Inn Diner in Indianapolis, Indiana. Ryan, would you like to be Bryce, Courtney, or Jacob?
Who's the bi one?
Bryce.
I'll be Courtney.
Okay. I'll be Bryce and Jacob. Jacob with a K so that, you know, it's different than me. Okay. I'm Jacob with a C. All right. I'm Bryce. Well, thanks for coming. I have something to tell you guys.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
I invited my boyfriend to meet us. He'll be here soon.
Boyfriend? I thought you were straight.
I'm bisexual. I like both men and women. I don't know why we're doing Southern accents. They don't actually have Southern accents in it, but you know what? Here we are. So then the show intercuts and it gives some facts about people who identify as bisexual, which it actually said that more people identify as bi than identify as gay and lesbian combined, which I personally did not know. So what they're really trying to unpack here is that there's a lot of bi erasure in media, in the way that people just interact around the world. And so they're just trying to cut to the point of people not believing that people are bi. So back to the scene. Courtney?
Are you just experimenting?
This is Jacob. Aren't bi people just like gay, but too scared to say it? This literally happened. Courtney does finger guns and points at Jacob, agreeing that he said that. I'm bisexual. What's so hard to understand about that? It's hard because we don't think bisexual is a real thing. How could you say that to me? I thought you guys were my friends.
My friends.
That's the scene that they set up. Basically, someone comes out as bi and his friends don't accept him because they don't think bi is quote unquote real. So they banter and engage with other people. Eventually, like the boyfriend shows up in some of the situations. So in the first situation, they fight. Other diners tell him that his friends are trash and that he should just leave them in the back and like just never speak to them again. Second situation, more diners fight. They tell him that his friends are trash, and they educate him. These people actually like offer him a chair and like are like, you can come sit with us because your friends are terrible. And I was like crying watching this. I was like, that's so sweet that these random people invited this bisexual man who came out and his friends didn't accept him to their table. So it goes on, so on and so forth. Some people are like, I don't agree with it personally, but you should still support this guy. So then they change it up, and then Jacob, the guy who's, you know, wasn't accepting of him, is now gay, but he's still unaccepting and doesn't believe that Bryce is bisexual because he doesn't believe in bisexual. And this is the moment that our blue hair baddie, the woman who became a meme, comes through. So her name is Ashley. And so the situation gets set up, and she hears Bryce say that he's bisexual. And instantly in the back of the clip, when Bryce is like, I'm bisexual, you see her like snap her head and she's just like grinning. Like an incredibly large smile that's just like, I'm so excited that there's a bisexual person here. Like she was thrilled to be at someone's coming out. And Bryce, of course, is like, I like men and women. And from the other table, she's not involved in the situation at all. Other than just like eavesdropping, she gives him like a huge thumbs up. She like stretches her hand out and she's like smiling and giving him a thumbs up, and it's just like thrilled. Unfortunately, as we know, the situation doesn't go as Bryce anticipates, and he starts fighting with his friends. And you can see her just like Ashley's demeanor just changes, and she's visibly upset. She's like shaking her head. She's like, I can't believe this is happening. And I'm like, this woman's emotions are incredible. I'm gonna like put some like stills into this video so you guys can see it, but it's truly just chef's kiss incredible. So Jacob, his friend, says to Bryce, guess what, you're gay, and just completely like erases his bi identity. And at this point, Ashley's like, I need to intervene. And so she gets up, walks over, puts her hand on Bryce's shoulder and says, you're bi.
You're bi.
And gives him a hug, which it was just like so genuine seeing this with the full context of the whole scene. I was like very sold into this ABC program. I was crying. I was like, the smile on the actor's face is just so genuine because he was actually bi in real life. And I was like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. Like you could tell that he like actually felt it. And like, oh, I just love that. And so Ashley says, being bi is real. And if he says he's bi, you should respect your friend. Which Courtney then says,
oh, why are you getting involved?
And Ashley says, because this is important to him and you guys are not being good friends. And I'm like, damn girl, read them to filth because they are being bad friends. She then goes on to say the iconic line of, I'm pan.
Yeah, and I'm pan.
Which she then later clarifies as that she's pan-romantic asexual, and that, of course, being bi is also legitimate. She also shared that when John Quinones popped out of his cardboard box and was like, you're on TV, she shared with him that she thought she was weird growing up, but it was her friend's support that carried her through, and that's why she felt that she needed to get involved and give him the support of when someone was coming out. She like saw him, put her hand on her shoulder and was like, you're bi, and just validated his experience when his friends wouldn't, which is very sweet. They then turn the camera onto Ashley's mom, and apparently, I didn't know this about the You're Bi clip. That was the first time Ashley's mom found out that her daughter was pan. I was like, that's beautiful. And when John Quinones asked her about it, she's like, I didn't know, but I will love her and support her in whatever she does. And I'm like, Ashley! Of course, this 3-second clip of her saying you're bi and the 3-second clip of her saying I'm pan have gotten memed to no degree. Not that it makes any sense. Have been memed limitlessly. Plenty of memes out there. If anybody comes if anybody comes out as bi, they just share that video of her saying you're bi. But my personal favorite is one that we mentioned at the top of the podcast, which is the I'm pan. Which I believe was shared with the caption, my Irish friend when the bill comes and they want to pay.
I'm pan.
I'm pan. I'm pan for this meal. That was a terrible Irish accent. I'm so sorry if anyone lives in Ireland and is listening to this podcast. So that was the recap of where that clip came from, how it came to be. And, we love that the history of it, is discussing bi erasure and shedding a spotlight on the reality that bisexual people live and the experience that they have with bi erasure, and just giving some awareness to the fact that bi people are of course legitimate and members of the LGBTQ plus community.
Play.
So Ryan, do you rule that this goes into the gay court history books?
No. Just kidding, it does. I want to see reaction.
Of course. We love that. But yeah, we stan Ashley. Well, that takes us to the saddest part of the show, the closing statements. The closing statements is where we give our final thoughts, comments, concerns, and opinions on this week's episode, and just share, how we're feeling right now. Ryan, would you like to start?
Sure. My closing statements. 2022 was a year. That's right. 2023 is a new year. That's also right. And if you ever want to know what my dating history was in 2022, watch my dating wrapped on Was Up It's Ryan at TikTok.
At TikTok.com. What are my final statements? You know, Mr. Schuester, you can burn in hell. I hate you so much. I love the gasp. But what did I like this year? But you know what? I'm really thrilled that we're doing Gay Court podcast. And in 2023, y'all are gonna see more of us. We're gonna have a billboard. We're gonna be famous. I'm manifesting it. And I can't wait for you guys to see it and continue listening. So thanks for being members of the Gay Court jury. Slay.
Dan Hathaway and Jodie Foster Hive rise.
Rise, Hive, rise. All right. That was the episode. Our last episode of 2023.
2022.
Girl, I don't know what time. I don't know where I am. If you enjoyed it, be sure to find us on social at Gay Court Podcast. And then my handle is I got Schubach, IGOTSCHUPBACH. And Ryan's is What's Up? It's Ryan, WAZUPITSRYAN. Remember, if you hear this and you don't follow, that makes you
a homophobic. A homophobic. And like we said at the top of the podcast, if you like to get in contact with us for anything, tell us your tops and bottoms. If you are a top or bottom, if you are a top or bottom,
let us know.
We're curious.
Curious.
We're questioning. No, that's also not the right way to say it. Anyway, send us an email at gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com. Give us stars on all podcast platforms because we love stars and it's awesome. But anything less than 5 stars is what?
Ooh, homophobic.
No.
Don't be a homophobe. Be an ally.
Talk, Valentina. Ally.
Be an ally. See you next time. See you next year.
Dear queer.
Have yourself a merry little new year. Be gay. Do crime. 2023 is your time.
Oh, that was very slay. Anne and Chody, Jacob and Ryan signing off. Gay Court is a Perfectly Done Toast podcast production.